Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to show you guys how to install Ubuntu server on your virtual machine. So first of all, you need to get the latest LTS version of Ubuntu, which right now the LTS one is 24.4.3. Then you gotta have to open your virtual environments, for example your VMware. Next, you have to come to the storage, right click, go browse the data store. Then you have to make yourself a directory, for example an ISO repository. It could be anything, the name doesn't matter. You need a folder so you can put the ISO image on it. So I select here, for example. Now I can upload my ISO file over here. I'm gonna just go do that. We come here on desktop and Ubuntu core. We select this and open. It's gonna take some time. I'm gonna skip this part for you, so it's all done. Okay, it's almost done. When it's done getting uploaded, you can close this tab. You have two options. Either from the host section right over here, you can create or register a new virtual machine, or you can come to this tab, virtual machines, and from right here, press this button. Okay, you got three options. You can create a new virtual machine. You can deploy an OVF or an OVA file, which we will cover in another video. For now, we're gonna do the first option. Okay, we select this one. Next, right now, you need to name your virtual machine. For example, I'm gonna call it Ubuntu version 24 server. And it would be better if you separate them with hyphens. Alright, next, this is your Esxi version, which I'm using 6.5 right now. You need to select your OS family. I'm using Ubuntu, so it's Linux. I'm gonna go with Linux. Then you have to select the type of OS from that family. Some are included like Asian UX, CentOS, Debian, and a lot of more, but a lot of them are not covered. But we have Ubuntu right here, so I'm gonna select Ubuntu Linux 64-bit, and I'm gonna hit next. You have to select your data store. I have one, so it's just pre-selected. I'm gonna hit next, and you have to give it the amount of resources you want: virtual CPUs, memory, storage, network adapters, and etc. But there is a really important part right here. You can select, doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with like 4 virtual cores and about 16 gigs of RAM. You can run Ubuntu on 2 cores and 4 gigabytes of RAM minimum, but 2 cores and 8 gig would be the recommended, and I'm using like way more than we need because this version doesn't have a GUI, it doesn't have a graphic user interface, so it's not gonna use that much of resources. So about 16 or 18 gigabytes would be good, but I'm gonna just go with 25. This is the important part. Network adapter really doesn't matter. I'm gonna go with this one. Here, you have to select data store ISO file. And you have to come to the folder you created earlier, ISO repository, and select your ISO file. And you have to make sure this connect is filled up. So, right now everything's good. VM options, you don't have to really change anything right here. And that's it. And we're gonna hit next. Okay, this is the details, we can read them, but we already covered all of them, so I'm gonna hit finish. It's gonna take some time. I have a lot of resources on my servers, so it deployed really fast. It can maybe take about 30 seconds, maximum a minute, depends. Ubuntu core server is a light version of Ubuntu because it doesn't have a GUI, a graphic user interface, so it's not going to take that much of a time. Alright, here we can see our virtual machine created, Ubuntu version 24 server. We're going to come here, we have to power it on. Wait a few seconds, it's going to come right up. Then you have to heat it here and like this. Okay, you have 2 options right here. Installing Ubuntu server or with an HWE kernel. If you are using VMware, I recommend going with the second option. You can read about it, but it's just better for the virtual machine. You have to hit this option. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna just check a few things, get some packages unpacked, and then we can begin the installation process. Make sure you don't touch any buttons. It might mess the installation up. So just wait. If you have the ISO, you don't really have to be connected to network or internet, but I recommend being connected because you can get the latest updates for the Ubuntu, because you might not have the latest version or the latest patch notes. So just in case, have a network connection, because sometimes it can get stuck for 10 or 15 or 20 minutes on one of the steps because of not being connected to internet. Okay, here you can change or select any of these languages. I'm gonna just go with English. This is the layout for your keyboard. I'm just gonna press done. Okay, here's an important part. You have 2 options, Ubuntu server and Ubuntu server minimized. Okay? You can install additional options like third-party drivers or anything else if you select this option, but we're not going to cover this on this video. So I'm going to just go with the full version. I'm not going to install the minimized one, so I'll stick with the Ubuntu server normal version and I hit done. Right now you can go with DHCP. It's DHCP right now, but I can change it manually from here, like editing IPv4. Here I can do manual, and I enter my subnet, address, gateway, and all of these, and I'll be done. But I'm just gonna go with DHCP right now, so I just hit done. You can give it a proxy, we're not gonna do that. Done. Okay, here, you can give it a mirror link, so if any of the packages or anything gets lost, or whenever you need to repair your Ubuntu, like some files get damaged or get lost, you can like get and repair and get the packages from the mirror link. Depends. یک دو سه. لحظه که گفتم دوباره سه، ویدیو از اینجا دوباره شروع میشه. یک دو سه. But I'm not gonna use a mirror link right now, so I just delete all of these and I hit done. It's gonna warn me that I don't have a mirror link, but you can still hit continue. You can use the mirror link, I rather not, but those are the two options. Right now you can select your disk or how much of it you might want to use, or you can use LVM. I'm just gonna go with the default settings, so I'll hit done. And there's some information about how much of my disk it's gonna take and stuff like that. I'm gonna hit done again. And from this step, you're not going to be able to come back and change any of these settings from the installation process. You can change them later from the Ubuntu itself, but right now if you hit continue, it's gonna go all the way until it gets installed. Okay, so make sure you know that and hit continue. You have to give yourself a name for your server, a username, and the password. I'm gonna just go with Ubuntu and Ubuntu, my bad, Ubuntu, and again, and right here I go like with 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4. Make sure you pick a strong password. Hit done, and we're gonna skip Ubuntu Pro for right now. Continue, because it's not a free version. Continue. If you have a SSH server, if you have a SSH key, an authorized key, or you want to later connect like with PuTTY or anything else via SSH to your Ubuntu, you can take this, or if you don't need it, you can not do it. I'm gonna do it. Then hit done. If you need any of these packages, you can select them so it gets installed, but I'm not gonna pick any of them. I'm gonna hit done. And you need to wait for about, depending on your hardware and depending on your resources and the version you took, the minimized one or the full one, or maybe the pro version. It can take something between 5 to 15 minutes. It might even take up up to 30 minutes, but that's the maximum. So make sure if you are not interested in this process, you can skip to the last part. Okay, as you can see, the installation process ended. Move up right here, and also we do have to reboot the Ubuntu to start using it. So I'm just gonna do that. Might take a few seconds. And don't get bothered by the failed prompts, because they don't mean anything that's gonna hold you off. Okay? Let's go out the CPU run. Okay. Here you have to do another step. You need to minimize your virtual machine. You have to put it here. And right from here, you have to come to this edit right here. This data is a file that you selected to install your Ubuntu from the ISO file. You need to change this to the host device, and you don't really have to click to connect. So save it, come right over here, press Ctrl C. You have to press Ctrl C, enter, any of them would work. It's gonna get booted again. And here we go. We got a login. I'm gonna go with the username. I chose Ubuntu and my password 1234. Hit enter. And here it is. I'm gonna go with IPA. It's gonna show my IP and my ENSs, my network adapters. And I'm gonna make a separate video about how to use Ubuntu, commands, etc., etc. And just stay tuned for them, and see you guys later.